Back in Nyumbani, most of the children are from the slums and know what to expect. Going back to the outside world doesn't seem to be an option for now.
Would you like to go outside Nyumbani one day?
Maybe to visit.
For the children, Nyumbani is home, but it's a home that has its detractors.
Of late, we have had a lot of criticisms that we are still primitive, parochial in the care of children because we are still holding an institution. And I would tell you that that's why it's called a home. Nyumbani is a Swahili word that means a home. And we don't want to equate it to an institution per se. All our activities are more or less geared towards a homely atmosphere. At the same time, looking at the society at large, more so in Kenya, there is still a need for a place where the children can go. If they are abandoned, where else?
While the international community debates the merits of institutions versus care at home, the number of street children in Nairobi increases every day. They now number over 15,000. Many are orphaned or infected by HIV/AIDS. Discrimination, poverty, and a lack of infrastructure have left them on the street. They've been abandoned, so where else could they go? Bulawayo is ecstatic. The Highlanders, their favourite team, have scored against the Amazulu. For a brief moment on a Sunday afternoon, it's pure joy, a respite from the all-pervasive gloom. Zimbabwe was once seen as the post-independence success story of Africa. More than 2 decades later, the country has plunged into a deep political and economic crisis, combined with international isolation and one of the world's highest rates of HIV/AIDS. The seizure of white-owned lands and multiple droughts have created food shortages, further aggravating the effects of the pandemic. Today, UNAIDS estimates that of 14 million Zimbabweans, 22% are infected by HIV/AIDS. The virus mainly affects working adults, leaving the elderly and children to support entire households. Selina Tibi is 79 years old. She lives on the outskirts of Bulawayo with her 3 granddaughters who've lost both parents to HIV/AIDS. The youngest, Maureen, who's 10 years old, was conceived when both her parents were ill. She was HIV positive from birth.
I'm afraid because I'm old and I'm looking after these children. Especially when I've bought 10 kilos of mealie meal and it's nearly finished. I start thinking, when am I going to get any more? And my heart starts beating fast because I don't know where I'm going to get the next bag. Whenever I think about it, I can't sleep.
Selina earns less than $4 a month. She's a traditional Ndebele healer, but says business is bad. People don't have any money anymore. To make ends meet, she rents out half of her house.
It's just bad, just because we have a government that don't care. They are able to take their children anywhere in the country or in the world for medication. They are able to go outside the country and get food for themselves. But what about an ordinary person who is selling tomatoes on the street? And this is a situation that we are going through to say, look, we are just in a very bad situation, that these people with HIV really find it very, very much difficult even to look after their, if the father of a family is affected by HIV, it already have destroyed the whole future of that family.
One thing is that life is becoming really a struggle for people. People struggle to survive. They can't focus on anything else than really survive today. And so HIV and AIDS, who has, from the time somebody gets infected till somebody probably realizes that they are HIV infected, is 3 to 5 years, and till they eventually die is probably 7 years. And if you focus just on survival today, you don't give much, thought to actually what happens in 7 years from now.
With an inflation rate of more than 580%, it's every man for himself in Zimbabwe. This, combined with social stigma, means the famous African extended families are starting to crumble. Nompilo, Selena's eldest granddaughter, has experienced it firsthand. At 14, she had to take care of her dying mother alone.
I'm the one who was looking after her, and her relatives were very sensitive, but they didn't even care to look after her. The one was bathing her, washing everything.
No one is comforting you. Everyone is thinking of money. They want money. If they see they want money, they thought they will find many benefits.
They are the relatives. Not only did they seize Bevan's family home, but also left him to his own devices with a younger sister and brother to look after. Bevan was barely 16 when he lost both parents to HIV/AIDS. 5 years later, he's still traumatized and can't really accept the disease that killed them. He says it was cancer.
Stigma is still there. Once you share your status with them, you're like a newspaper, like football, whereby everyone is talking about you, saying this guy is HIV positive. Even in churches, we realize that churches, no one can wear a T-shirt which is written HIV positive. Because once you wear that, the pastor will say, you are not my servant.
But that situation has started to change.
Okay, that's the starting point. Okay, I'm still alive because I'm a Christian, because I believe, I think straight, I think smart. That's the
Believe Dilwayo, an activist who's been living with the virus for 8 years, was invited to talk in a church in a bid to break the silence and the stigma, but above all to destroy the myths surrounding HIV/AIDS.
Some elderly people who are HIV positive, they think if they sleep with young people who are not HIV positive, it will go away. And as such, they infect the young, innocent people. Some of them, they've got boyfriends, and these boyfriends have got the liberty to sleep with these young children. And as such, they also risk getting HIV, and some of them in the process, they get infected. And so there's high children abuse